Okay, so you've got the vision, right? You've scrolled through hundreds of photos, you've saved the perfect design, you're dreaming of that perfect bathroom. The big walk-in shower goes there, the beautiful double vanity on that wall. But then it hits you, the one big question that can stop a whole remodel right in its tracks.
Right? Let's get into this because the answer isn't just about the price tag on a new sink or toilet. Oh no, it's about what it takes to move all the pipes behind them. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the real budget breakdown for reconfiguring your bathroom plumbing.
So, first things first, why even go through all this trouble? Well, it almost always comes back to that dream, the vision of a bathroom that actually works for how you live. Let's dig into the big reasons people decide to take the plunge. And the reasons are usually super practical. Maybe your current layout is just terrible. You have to do a weird shuffle past the toilet just to get to the shower. Or maybe you just really want that huge modern walk-in shower. Sometimes you're looking to expand the whole room, or you're kind of forced into it because your old pipes are finally giving up. And hey, let's be honest, a killer bathroom can seriously boost your home's value. And this is the payoff. Look at this transformation. This is how moving things around can take a space from cramped and dated to feeling open and amazing. Just shifting a toilet so it's not the first thing you see, or swapping an old tub for a massive walk-in shower, these are the game changers. But to get to this beautiful after, you have to face some of the realities that are, lurking behind the drywall. And here we go. This is where the dream gets a big ol' reality check, especially if you live in an older house. Opening up those walls can feel like you're opening up a time capsule, and trust me, it's not always a good thing. Your contractor's probably going to find one of two main culprits. First, you've got these heavy cast iron drain pipes. Sure, they're tough, but after 50, 60, 70 years, they can rust, they can crack, and trying to connect new modern PVC into them is a real pain. Then you've got galvanized steel water lines, which are notorious for rusting from the inside out, basically slowly choking off your water pressure. And this right here is a golden rule. If you're already tearing open the walls for a remodel, now is the time to replace those old pipes. Seriously, leaving them in there is just asking for a leak or a burst pipe a few years down the road. Yeah, it adds to the cost up front, but think of it as a smart investment against a future disaster. Oh, but the fun doesn't stop there. What else might you find? Well, maybe the floor joists are too small or too close together, making it a nightmare to run a new drain pipe with the right slope. You could run into hazardous stuff like lead paint or asbestos, or you might find out that the walls themselves aren't even straight. Every single one of these little discoveries adds time, complexity, and, you guessed it, money to the job. So, with all these fun little challenges, where does all the money actually go? Let's crack open the budget and see what a typical plumbing move really costs. Whoa, look at that. A massive 60% of the cost is labor. That's what shocks most people. It's not the actual copper pipes or PVC fittings that eat up the budget. It's paying for the skill and the time of a licensed plumber who knows how to do this right. The actual materials, they're a way smaller piece of the pie. And here's why that labor slice is so huge. A good licensed plumber's time is valuable. And when you're talking about a job that could take several days, these hourly rates add up fast. This is without a doubt the single biggest driver of your total cost. Now, when it comes to the materials, you do have some choices that can affect your budget. You've got PEX, which is this flexible plastic tubing that's cheaper and quicker to install. Then you have traditional copper. It's more expensive for sure, but it's incredibly durable. So your choice here is going to nudge that 20% material cost up or down a bit. Okay, listen up, because this is probably the most important thing to understand. Distance is everything. Shifting a sink over a few inches, that's one thing. But moving any fixture, a sink, a shower, a toilet, more than about 3 feet, that turns a simple job into a major project. Why? Because you can't just extend the old pipes. You need to run entirely new drain and vent lines, and that vent pipe has to go all the way up through your roof. It's a whole different ballgame. So let's talk about the fixtures themselves, because not all moves are created equal. The difficulty and, the cost changes a lot depending on what you're trying to move. This chart lays it out perfectly. A sink is the easiest and cheapest to move. Its pipes are small, it's pretty forgiving. A shower or a tub, that's your medium difficulty. It's got a bigger drain and more complicated supply lines. But the toilet? Haha, the toilet is the king of complexity. That huge 3 to 4 inch drain pipe has to have a perfect constant downward slope to work right,
which often means cutting into your floor joists. It is, by a long shot, the most expensive fixture to move.
All right, we've covered the why and the how. Now for the moment of truth. What is this all actually going to cost? Let's look at some real-world numbers.
I like to think of it as a cost ladder. On the first rung, you've got a minor tweak, just nudging a sink over a bit. Step up to the next rung, a moderate move, like putting a toilet on a whole new wall. Now you're in the few $1,000s range just for the plumbing. And if you're going all out, a full gut job, moving everything, the plumbing portion alone can easily soar past $8,000 or even more.
And don't forget, if your dream layout means moving walls to make the bathroom bigger, that's a whole other layer of cost. Taking out a simple wall that's not holding anything up is one price. But if that wall is load-bearing, meaning it's literally holding up your second floor or your roof, now you're talking about a major structural project that can add $5,000, $10,000 or more to your budget.
Now, this might be the most important number I show you today. Please, please always budget a contingency fund of 10 to 20%. This is for all those surprises we talked about, the rotten wood under the old toilet, the cracked pipe in the wall. This fund is your safety net. It's what keeps a nasty surprise from completely derailing your project.
So there you have it. The costs are real and, yeah, the work can get pretty complex. But the result? It's a bathroom that's more functional, more beautiful, and built just for you. Now that you're armed with the real numbers, you get to decide, what is that dream layout really worth to you?